I'd like to welcome you to the Humanities Seminars program. I'm Richard Poss. I'm an associate professor in the astronomy department, and it'll be my pleasure this semester to serve as the instructor for a course on the Florentine Renaissance. My own background is in the humanities. I first went to Italy in 1981 when I finished my master's degree, and there I went to study Italian literature, but I fell in love with Italian Renaissance art. And so this semester we're going to be studying various aspects of the Florentine Renaissance, from the early experimentation of Giotto to the 15th century works of Masaccio, Verrocchio, and then on to the great climax of high Italian Renaissance art in Florence with the work of Leonardo, Raphael, and Michelangelo. It's said that the Renaissance was an invention of the Italians, and in fact it was an invention of the Florentines. In the very beginning with the experimentation of Giotto and the literary works of Petrarch and Boccaccio, we find a new attitude entering the European tradition. What we will do is try to identify the beginnings of that new attitude and then follow it through to its crescendo in the High Renaissance. We'll look at the role of the Medici family, a banking family who played a very important role by commissioning, that is, bankrolling the Renaissance in effect. Lorenzo the Magnificent was the patron, and he brought together artists, philosophers, translators, poets, and he gave them marching orders. He set them to work on an intellectual project where he hoped he would not only redefine art and literature, but also create a new kind of religion that involved aspects of Greek religion, Roman religion, Christianity, and other traditions like alchemy and Hermeticism that were at work at the time as well. A new attitude in the Western tradition begins in the literary works of Petrarch and Boccaccio. Petrarch in his Canzoniere is a long meditation on his love for Laura, but at the same time there's a quality of self-absorption and self-dramatizing that is really new to the literary scene. Also in Boccaccio's Decameron, we find a focus on all of the multifarious aspects of life here on Earth. It is rather an R-rated work, and we'll be examining some of the tales there. With the figure of Leonardo da Vinci, we'll be looking at his drawings and the way in which he uses his talent, which is a really native-born Florentine tradition of disegno, to draw and to render, to think out his ideas about anatomy, musculature, scientific engineering ideas, his designs for new devices, and how that connects with other scientific figures during the period, such as Galileo, who represents for us a kind of conflict between the experimental empirical attitude and the authority of the intellectual structures of the universities and the churches of the time. And so I hope you can join us here for the Florentine Renaissance. We're going to be meeting at 9 o'clock on Friday mornings here at the Poetry Center, and I hope to see you there.